Let me tell you a love story that people have carried in their hearts for over 2,000 years. It's about Orpheus and Eurydice, a couple whose love was so deep it tried to outlast death itself. Orpheus wasn't an ordinary man. He had a gift, the kind of gift that makes people stop in their tracks. When he sang, rivers slowed, birds gathered in silence, and even the trees seemed to lean closer to listen. His music didn't just entertain, it touched the soul. And then came Eurydice. She wasn't a goddess or a queen, just a woman with a smile that made the world brighter. And when Orpheus saw her, it was as if the universe itself had finally found its harmony. They fell in love fast, and they fell in love hard. But love stories aren't always fairy tales. On their wedding day, a day that should have been filled with laughter and dancing, Eurydice was walking through the grass when a snake bit her. In moments, she was gone. Imagine that. One moment, your whole life feels perfect, and the next, it crumbles. Orpheus was shattered. The man who could make the world sing suddenly couldn't bear to play a single note. But grief turned into determination. If his music could move the living, maybe it could move the dead. So he did the unthinkable. He journeyed to the underworld, the land of shadows and silence. No mortal dared to go there, but Orpheus walked with nothing but his lyre and his love. And when he played, the impossible happened. The gates of the underworld opened. Cerberus, the three-headed hound, sat calm at his feet. The spirits of the dead gathered close, remembering life through his song. Even Hades and Persephone, rulers of the dead, two hearts hardened by eternity, felt something stir, and Hades spoke. You may take her back, but only under one condition. You must walk ahead, and she will follow. Do not look back until you both reach the sunlight. If you turn too soon, she will be lost forever. Orpheus didn't hesitate. He agreed. So the journey began. The path back was long, narrow, and filled with silence. He couldn't hear her footsteps clearly. Sometimes it felt like she was just out of reach. And with every step, doubt grew louder. You know that feeling when you want so badly to trust, but fear whispers in your ear? That's what haunted him. The light of the living world was right ahead, just a few more steps. But fear can be stronger than love in a single fragile moment. And so, just before they reached the surface, Orpheus turned. And there she was, Eurydice, glowing faintly like a shadow about to become real. For one heartbeat, they saw each other. And then she slipped away, back into the darkness. Forever. Orpheus had broken the one condition. He had let fear win. And in doing so, he lost her all over again. Now, you might think this story is only tragic, but it still speaks to us today. Because who hasn't been there? Who hasn't doubted love, or questioned trust, or looked back when we should have moved forward? The story of Orpheus and Eurydice reminds us of two things. First, that love makes us brave enough to try the impossible. And second, that sometimes love asks for faith stronger than fear. And maybe in the end, that's the lesson. True love can inspire us, but trust is what keeps it alive.